Today, I'm going to compare our potty tray with the top 3 selling potty trays on Amazon. I'm going to take you through all my observations, what I liked, what I didn't like. If you're a puppy parent, a breeder, or just love all things dogs, this video is for you. As a breeder, I've made it my mission to assist families with their puppy potty training journey right from the start. We've come up with our very own potty tray, inspired by our trial and error experiences with a wire shelf and a drip pan. The first potty tray that we used and that I thought I was going to love was turf. So it comes in a really good size. It definitely is compact enough that it would fit in somebody's like smaller area, or maybe like an octagon that you have your puppy in. But it comes in 3 sections. You have turf, then you have your barrier, and then you have your tray that collects the urine. The barrier is supposed to reduce the scent of the urine, but we didn't really find that to be accurate. And the turf, I thought what it was going to love about it was that it felt like grass. So the puppy could walk on it, it could feel the texture, it could see that it's grass, and so I thought that was going to translate to potty training really easily. I had 2 biggest concerns when it came to this turf potty tray. The first one is, where does the urine go? If you have 1 puppy, it might not be a big deal, but I have a litter of puppies, and so it's going to be a lot of pee on here. But I'm just going to show you. I have an extra one that the puppies haven't used yet, and I have some water to do a demonstration. So I'm going to pour this on here like a puppy was using it. And then the water or the urine is supposed to go through this turf and end up on this tray, the grate. And it does that, but then it just sits there. And so there are these holes along the way, and I don't know whether there's not enough holes or they're just not in the right place, but this is supposed to be the barrier that's preventing the scent from going into your house. And it's not doing its job. So I can get the water to come out, and then eventually it's on here. And so then you see that pooling, and just imagine if that was all urine. That would be really gross. And so somebody actually on the internet told us that we could use a potty tray pad underneath there. And again, that would be helpful, but those holes aren't in the right space for the urine to dissipate to the pad. And then could you imagine trying to take this whole thing over to your utility sink or outside, and then you have to spray it? It just is a big mess. The next challenge that we had was puppies pooping on the tray. It might seem like it'd be a really easy thing to clean up, but these individual blades get really dirty really fast. And especially with a puppy. Puppies are genuinely energetic, and they just have a lot more energy. So oftentimes they will step on their poop, and then it smears and smashes into the individual blades of grass, and it just got really gross really fast. So I think if you had an adult dog, it would probably be a little bit easier to pick it up, but the stench is still going to be there because it kind of like resonates on the grass. So again, you're going to have to take this whole tray, go spray it off, go clean it, and it just gets a lot of work. So overall, I really like the concept of them going on a turf. We actually even looked at the boxes of grass that come on a monthly subscription, but that's $35 a month, and you still have to pick up that poop, and you still have to worry about the stench from the urine. So overall, the design is a great idea. The concept is good for puppies going to learn how to go outside, but overall, it's just not going to work for me. The next one we tried was the Out Potty Pad Holder. Really simple design, and at first it seemed like it was going to be extremely easy to clean. It's all plastic, it's very lightweight, so really helpful for people who are going to do potty pad training for their dogs. But in the end, these things are not very durable. The plastic, even though it's lightweight, is flimsy, and it seems like it might break pretty easily. So you have corner pads here that you flip open, and then you're going to put your pad on top and tuck them in and lock it so that way it stays put. So that's what's holding the pad still. And this is the correct measurement for this. It's a 21 by 21. So you can see there's a lot of overlap, which might be good to prevent any type of poop or pee getting on the edge. But at the same time, with my puppies, they only took about a day before they figured out they could shred this really quickly. So you have to have either a really obedient dog or maybe even a geriatric dog that's having some urinary incontinence. And this would probably be a really good thing for them to use because they're not as eager to shred or to tear it up. But it did not work for us. The other thing that I didn't like was that this crate, like this crack right in the middle, it is challenging to wash. So it's helpful and nice for when you want to pack it up and go somewhere because it folds in half. And so it's just really easy to take and to travel with. But I did not enjoy trying to wash this and rinse this and make sure that all of my urine and if any poop got underneath there, would get out of it. So in the end, this was it's the most affordable option out of all of them, but you can kind of tell why. It's plastic and flimsy, and the puppies can just step on their poop and shred the pad, so it's not going to work for us. Another one of the top 3 selling potty trays on Amazon is from Petco. It's a nice, really easy weight design. It's plastic, but this one seems a little more durable than the Out potty pad holder. So this one has a great design with a waffle tray on top, but the first challenge that we had was finding a potty pad that fit this. So the dimensions are 19 by 15 and they don't sell a pad that fits directly in here. So you have to take your potty pad and fold it up. Because I thought maybe we could cut something to fit it, but JP reminded me you don't want to cut it because then all the stuff is going to come out, the plastic, and if it's like beaded, the beads are going to turn into a gel and kind of ooze out. So that would not be fun to clean up every single day. So once you have a potty pad and you have made it the right dimensions. Oh, I almost forgot. I did find some pads that were a little smaller dimensions than what the tray is, but that's not going to work. If you put this on top and a puppy comes over to this corner to pee, it's just going to go right underneath here and you do not want to have to clean that mess up. It gets really gross really fast. So it doesn't take too long. And the nice thing about the tray is that the urine is going to fall through. So that was my problem with the Out and the other one, was that when they stepped on the urine, then they could track it around the house, and that is not fun. You don't want little paw prints everywhere and bringing the odor everywhere in your house. But this one, the urine would go straight through and would go onto the pad, and eventually you would just clean the pad. But the problem is poop. So puppies poop a lot. And you're gonna wanna get that up as soon as possible because again, puppies are energetic, they're gonna be running around, and in case if they smash it on here, these little waffle cone, like waffle shapes, are going to be a huge pain to wash. I can imagine trying to take probably one of those straw brush things and going through each one trying to clean this off, and that would be so frustrating to me personally. Another thing that I found is really challenging is the more your puppy weighs, it goes down. It has some flexibility. So if you have somebody that's stepped in their urine, it's going to come through. They're going to step on it and it's going to come through. So I didn't like that part about it either. The last thing that I really liked about this was the safety. People sometimes get a little concerned about them stepping through a grate if their paw is going to get caught. But these things are so small that even my minis at 4 weeks, there is no way that their paw could come through here. So I could see that that would be beneficial. So you got great things and you've got some negative things about this one, but overall it wouldn't work for our puppies. The last tray that we're going to look at today is the one that we produced from Little Wolves. So it comes with 2 parts. You have your grate and then you have your plastic tray underneath. And so you're going to be using a potty pad, and the great thing is that it's a really easy measurement, 21 by 21, and it fits perfectly in here. So you want to make sure that all these corners get down nice and shallow so that way puppies can't pull the pad out. But once it's on top, you're going to see that the design fits perfectly. There's no crevice that puppies can poop on the edge and then it go underneath the tray. That's the problem that we had with the last ones that we were using. That's one reason why we created this one. The other great thing about it is it has this coating on the grate, which makes it really easy to clean. So the poop does not stick on. The concept is that when puppies are walking across or dogs are walking across, that when they poop, it's gonna fall through here. Now I understand if there's poop that's bigger, you can come and pick that up, but at least for puppy training, it's not gonna happen. So we have 8-week-old puppies, and so far all the poop has fallen through. So they can't step on it and bring it over to their other area in our nursery or into your house. It's also really great because the design is made very shallow. So if a puppy did step through here, the safety is not a concern because they can't get hurt. Their leg would just come through here and then it would step right back out. Other things that people have asked us is, does it hurt for them to walk on the grate? And I'm going to tell you 100% no. The puppies get used to it really easily, and they're very much attracted to this idea because they can smell the waste and have it in here, but it's not traveling anywhere else in the house. The most important part to me was being able to clean it easily. The nonstick coating makes it really easy to take poop off if there are any remnants on the grates in between, and the tray is really easy to clean. It's very simple design, and this shiny surface makes it really easy to just take a paper towel, spray it, and clean it up. And if the pad is working appropriately, then it's going to suck up all the urine and you're not going to have any underneath because the tray goes all the way to the edges. I also like the tray because it is flush here. There's no nooks and crannies for any of the urine to get into, which means we're going to keep it more hygienic and really nice. One of the cons to cleaning a tray like this is the idea of poop being on here. If you have to go to the sides, there are a couple of places where you're going to have to be more detailed. But we tried our best to create a really structural, sound grate that can hold up to any dog's weight. I can actually step on it and it's not going to break. If you have tile or a wood floor, I would recommend using a furniture protector. That way it doesn't slide or move around. We made this plastic very easy to clean, but it is a little slick on the bottom. Our main focus was durability and easiness to clean. That comes at a sacrifice to the weight. Ours weighs 6 pounds. The plastic one weighs just over a pound. So there is a little bit of a difference, but we think that it's worth it. But the clear winner to me is the Little Wolves tray. I think the design is puppy and breeder friendly and can be taken past 8 weeks if you want to pad train your puppy. Check out our website, www.littlewolves.com. We're currently offering $15 off during our pre-sale, and these trays will be shipped to our customers in July.